If you have talked to anyone in the chemistry world, you may have heard people mention the word mole. But what exactly is a mole? No, not this kind of mole. Or this kind of mole.
What are you staring at? Nothing.
No, in this context, a mole is a unit of measurement used by scientists. When you go to a bakery, the baker knows exactly what you mean when you ask for a dozen donuts. Likewise, a scientist will know exactly what you mean when you refer to 1 mole of oxygen. Just like the term dozen, a mole refers to 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd of anything. I could have a mole of oxygen atoms, or I could have a mole of water molecules. I could even get a mole of donuts, though that would probably overwhelm the baker.
Excuse me, can I have a mole of donuts? What?
So when do we use moles? Turns out, it gets very helpful to have moles as we look at relationships between reactants and products in a chemical equation. Take, for instance, this chemical equation of the combustion of propane. Some amount of molecular oxygen reacts with some amount of propane to create some amount of carbon dioxide and some amount of gaseous water. How do we know how much, though? We can take a look at the coefficients after we balance the equations. Individual atoms and molecules are hard to identify in our reaction, so we say that all of the coefficients are going to correspond to the number of moles in a reaction. So 1 mole of propane and 5 moles of molecular oxygen are going to produce 3 moles of carbon dioxide and 4 moles of water. Putting everything in terms of moles allows us to make all components of a chemical equation in terms of the same units. If we compare the equation to grams, since each molecule weighs a different amount, we aren't able to accurately compare the amounts of each component. So to review what we just learned, take a look at this combustion equation. How many moles of carbon dioxide are produced from the reaction between propane and molecular oxygen? Did you guess right? So next time someone talks about a mole in the context of science, remember to think about 6.022 times 10 to the 23. People will sure be impressed, though I'm not sure it's a good party trick to use.